Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's away we go then. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard on his day is one of the world's best, Jim, so how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether he plants himself.
Messi. Chelsea looking to pass their way through. Can he get on the end of this? Fernandes. Chooses to go crossfield. Now it's Hazard. Caicedo. And it's Robertson. And that is a little undercooked. Robertson. Fernandes. And it's made its way to him. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He's picked his way through. Plenty to aim at here. Oh, there's a probing ball. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Eto'o. And this is Shevchenko. Goes for goal! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Has another go! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And he's there to get it away. Oh, just skips past his man.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Gattuso is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Not the most accurate pass. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Pass somewhat off target. Knocks it into space. And Shevchenko! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Chelsea are looking to go forward now. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Chelsea are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. Goes looking wide. And it's Fernandes. And this is Hazard. Robertson. And it's Van Dijk. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, well played. Played back in. Oh, a delicate chip through. Cleared away. And it's Caicedo. And here's Mbappe. He's had a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. That's been slipped through. Couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
And this is Shevchenko. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, it's a great... It's Eto'o! Denied by an instinctive save.
Eto'o clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Corner number 2 then. He's got tall. In he goes again. He scores! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little...
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Fired deep towards the back post. Azar. Now it's Osimhen. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. And he's intervened well there. Robertson and Azar. Maldini cuts out the pass. Fernandez running with the ball. Cannavaro. Now he's off and running. Akanji. And that's another good win of the ball. Caicedo spots it and intercepts. He's a sharp little ball here. And we hit half-time. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
The boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just...
And we're off again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Messi. Now this could be a chance. Oh, can he get onto this? That has not gone well. Oh, that's a key interception. Fernandez. Nicely weighted ball. That looks a cracking ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That is good alertness. Mbappe. That is ended up in no man's land. Check punts it upfield. Threads one in. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Messi.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Now it's Eto'o. It's a sharp pass. Can he finish? Eto'o goes for a shot! Sensational from Eto'o! About as smooth as it gets. Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Porto are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Played into space out wide. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Alexander-Arnold gets over and intercepts. And it's Azar. Now it's Osimhen. That pass isn't the best. Tries to pass it through. And no, that was never going to make it. It's a pretty loose pass. Messi. Aimed beyond the defence.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Messi. Robertson. Triol, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. Fernandez. And it's Azar. And they win it back again. Now it's Shevchenko. He's beaten the last man. He's having a shot! Oh, crossbar! Alexander-Arnold. And it's Fernandez. Hazard. Osimhen gets into a good position. It's gone out for a throw-in. Davids wins the duel this time. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. And this is Eto'o. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Eto'o is sporting a guilty look after that.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
That's a throw. And this is Eto'o.
Eto'o really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Well, nicely intercepted. And it's Azar. No, that's been intercepted. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Cannavaro does well to get it back. Shevchenko is onto this. And a chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
It's become a case of men against boys. Alexander-Arnold. And Fernandez. Akanji. Akanji. Donnarumma getting this one clear. Confirmation that there will be 2-minute stoppage time. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Van Dijk. And that is as far as it goes. Chelsea cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling, at times unplayable, who simply brushed them off. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle.
It's always exciting to see Paul Gascoigne's name on a team sheet.
He's just showbiz, isn't he?
One of the great entertainers and one of the great technicians the English game has ever produced.
Ah, good steal, he just read it. And it's Gascoigne. Oh, nice one too, very nice. Tries a shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Goal! Marseille! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Nigeria are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Alexander-Arnold. Christensen spots it and intercepts. Oyarzabal, he's found a way through. Tries to pass it through. And he whips it in.
Well, not the worst attempt. A little technical tweak should help the quality.
Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe charging forward, the ball at his feet. Mbappe is offering some sort of an apology there.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
This looks promising. Spread out to the left. Pings in across. That's a decent clearance. And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Alexander-Arnold gets a foot in here.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking.
Haaland! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Marseille with the corner, they're first. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Kane. Mbappe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Played into space out wide. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
He's a sharp little ball here. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And now they can clear their lines. That's a sharp pass. Made out to the left flank. Haaland is flagged offside. Van Dijk. Camavinga. It'll be a throw-in. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now that shapes to shoot! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Fernandez did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Aimed beyond the defence. Big chance! And again! He's scored! They have come roaring back!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Nigeria grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing.
And Messi! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Well, that looks a decent ball. Haaland has it out wide and in space. Up he goes! Goal! Marseille! Into the lead once more. Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let there?
Marseille have their second corner now. He's gone for goal! And it's come back out to him. Really well taken goal. And they're at it again in double quick time. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Deep cross.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
Fernandez. Great vision. It's a good foot in there. Mikel Oyarzabal. And the first half is done.
Mesdames et messieurs, votre attention s'il vous plaît. Un jeune garçon vêtu d'un t-shirt jaune attend ses parents au secrétariat du club. Ses parents sont priés de se faire connaître auprès d'un stadier.
And the action is back underway.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Mbappe. Here's Lewandowski. Knocks it into space. And the shot! It's bounced back off the post. Van Dijk gets good distance on it. Now, can they get him away? Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Kane. Now it's Lewandowski. Hernandez. And it's been played through. Mbappe. Aimed in towards the centre. Cleared without complication. Fernandez.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And this is Kane. Kane! Keeper's not concerned by that.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Sarr. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Lewandowski. And a chance! And that's caused a worry or two.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Changement en cours.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Oh no, this does not look good. Nigeria are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Alexander-Arnold. Messi. Now it's Kane. Son Heung-min. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Hernandez does well to get it back. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. Lewandowski, that's a good ball out wide. That's a nicely shaped ball. He has found the way through. Can he finish? Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Attention, changement.
A couple of changes then in quick succession. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Haaland. Donnarumma claims comfortable. Van Dijk. And Akanji. Nigeria have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. He's picked his way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Shoots! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Oh, that miss could really prove costly. They don't want to be missing too many of those.
Now it's Lewandowski, and he's managed to get free. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Christensen cuts out the pass. Nicely spread.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And that is a little undercooked. Haaland. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Sarr. It's not an especially good pass, that. Swung over. No, that pass isn't the best. Looking to play him in. Pass somewhat off target. Sarr. Morris ended up in no man's land. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Can he get it through? Picked out brilliantly. Charge, surely! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Marseille grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. And there's green grass ahead of him. Chance for a shot! Oh, that's a waste. Valverde. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. And time is up. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone.
Chers spectateurs,
Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
One-sided and only one winner, Peter. The players didn't show enough togetherness and it was weak throughout.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Japan.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, we're on the way. Well, here's your hero, goal scorer, match winner, saviour, all in one. Lionel Messi is indeed one of a kind, and history shows that he is all of those things and so much more.
Yeah, and we can testify to that, having covered quite a few of those.
Foden gets through on his own. That's brave goalkeeping, really decisive.
Listen, in those situations, he always looks as if he's in control. He never seems to get flustered. Exemplary.
Foden was alert to the possibility. Oh, he's been caught napping! Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Dani Olmo. Mbappe. Dani Olmo. Oh, that's delightful. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Osimhen looking to penetrate opposition lines. Foden. Donnarumma gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Could be danger here. Fernandes. He's a sharp little ball here. Messi. Oh no, this does not look good. Good ball, good take. Danger averted for now. Fernandes.
Oh look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully a football match will break out soon.
Mbappe tries to thread one through. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but Mbappe! Goal! Japan! That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
After 19 minutes,
Japan have fired themselves in front.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Alexander-Arnold. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Now he's got space here. And that has been clubbed away. Japan have got it back and they'll have another go. Not the most convincing of passes.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And Dijk gets across to intercept that. Threads one in. And it's made its way to him. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. It's not an especially good pass, that.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oh, a delicate chip through. Tries to pass it through. This looks promising. Can he finish? They've done it! And they're at it again in double quick time. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty...
Oh, that is asking for trouble. And that's gone loose. Nigeria have a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. So, what can they come up with here? Great ball, and he shoots! Oh, and the keeper couldn't hold it. They've scored! Such thrill, such noise, and how this matters. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's fabulous. Guardiola tries a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Alexander-Arnold. Nicely weighted ball. Mbappe. Oh, he refuses to take the bait. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, shooting chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Alexander-Arnold. He's picked his way through. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Shot could be on.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Looking for the run. Now it's Foden. Mbappe. It's anyone's ball now. A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Alexander-Arnold.
2 minutes has been indicated.
Outsmarting him this time. Knocks it into space. Hakimi cuts out the pass.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
He is through here. And the shot! He has done it! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment. And there's the end of the first half.
I'm afraid to tell you that we're expecting traffic to be heavy after the final whistle today.
So off we go once more.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that.
And the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Foden actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Japan with the corner, they're first. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's ended up in no man's land. He's found a way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Foden. Foden plays it in. Messi. Couldn't squeeze it through. He's in a great position here. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. And that was very necessary. And that's aimed into the middle. Kane. Now who's going to be first to this? And the pass is intercepted. Now there's a fine ball.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
That is good alertness. No, that's been intercepted. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Flashes in a great chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
So now the difference is 3. Tries to play it through. Robertson gets into some space. Dani Olmo gets it away. Mbappe. Great vision. Now it's Osimhen. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Now, this could be a chance. Decent chance! Really well taken goal. Result no longer in doubt. It's just about how many.
After 67 minutes.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance. And a chance! No mistake! And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Number 14.
And now he has two.
Number 10.
Japan are
Messi.
at the peak
Number
of their
6.
powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Coming on the
Well, their
field,
manager seems to have them
number
always
9.
thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming?
Number
They're such an
44.
entertaining watch.
Fagioli.
Nigeria have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Passes coming off in quick succession here, and it's Fagioli. And here's Kane. Aimed beyond the defence, spread out to the left. Mbappe has it out wide and in space. Dani Olmo crosses.
Well, he had to bide his time a bit there, Peter. Needed more targets to aim at in the box.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Now it's Fagioli. Can he get it through? It's played through for him. Cleared away. Just 5 minutes left. That looks a good ball through to Osimhen. He's had a shot! No, that's just wide. Akanji. And Robertson. He's gone forward. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. He's had it taken off him.
There will be 3 minutes.
Well, that was well
added time.
positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he's managed to get free. He's on it, can he get away? Alexander-Arnold. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Now, can they get him away? He's free, he has got space. And a shot! And with that, the final whistle. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, look, it was very one-sided. Their players didn't turn up for the first half, and then it all went downhill.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.